What is going on, everybody? It is me again. It is HorrorFan34, and welcome to another video. And sort of a sort of a random video out of the blue. I just figured, just to get on here and discuss with you guys for a little bit on a certain topic, so to speak. I was thinking about this idea in my head for quite a while, and it just came to the conclusion of this video, and it's basically going to be sort of me defending physical media. Because you got, in case you guys don't know, or I'm pretty sure all you guys know the word out there already, that Best Buy has officially gotten rid of all of their physical media releases. They no longer carry physical media anymore, and so they are what's one retail chain down for when it comes to physical media. And sort of other stores have taken over that particular, sort of department of selling physical media now that Best Buy is not doing it anymore. And which is a shame, because Best Buy for me, you guys have no idea how much of a big fan I was of Best Buy when it came to physical media. I remember the very first time, one of the first times when I first started collecting Blu-rays and DVDs. I started collecting right around 2008, 2009, about 2009, give or take, 2008, 2009, and I remember one of the first times I ever went inside of a Best Buy for physical media releases was around 2010, I believe, and that was back when Best Buy used to sell more sort of rarer stuff that you wouldn't see Best Buy in the current, the past 5 years wouldn't carry anymore. I mean, Best Buy back 14 years ago, that's how I was able to get my hands on the 2-disc Ultimate Edition of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is in this cabinet, signed by a couple people. I keep all my autographs in here. That's how I was able to get the 2-disc Ultimate Edition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because from Best Buy. And Best Buy, like I said, for me too, that was always the place I went to for physical media releases, for all the new releases and things like that. So I just remember that's how I got all the new releases. I remember that's how I bought in the recent years, the new Suicide Squad film, the new Scream 2022, or whether it be, I don't know, there's so many things I can choose from that I bought from there when it came to the new Gone Girl, the exclusive Best Buy edition of Gone Girl I bought there. I also was able, that's where I got some Scream Factory titles before. Just recently, right before Best Buy got rid of their physical media, I was able to buy 3 Scream Factory Blu-rays of Nightbreed, Return of the Living Dead, I believe, and Night of the Demons. And also, other Scream Factory stuff, I've gotten there before, too. I've gotten, that's where I got a lot of my Steelbook set, whether it be the Steelbook of Rocket Man, and the list goes on and on. So Best Buy was really always my go-to for new releases. And sadly, now with Best Buy not selling them anymore, and luckily though, Walmart does have a really, really great big selection, when it comes to Steelbooks. I just realized in my collection I do not have Hacksaw Ridge, and I could have swore I bought it, but I guess I didn't, and I know Walmart does carry the Steelbook. So I really want to grab that at some point, because they do have a really good Steelbook selection at Walmart. So I want to get the Walmart as soon as I can at some point to get the Hacksaw Ridge Steelbook. So sort of the whole purpose of this video is me defending physical media, and because a lot of these things nowadays, everything's going to streaming these days and digital wise, and personally for me, physical media is so much better for me, because there's 3 main reasons I want to jump into. 3 main reasons why physical media is better than streaming and digital stuff. First off, number 1, the most important one. That's why I say the most important one for the first one. Number 1, having physical media, no one can take it away from you, and you can have it forever. Because whether it be a streaming or digital service that thing could not be on there for very long. Like if they find something wrong with it, or it has something that they don't like in it, or there's something like it goes against whatever, they might take it down from the streaming services and you'll never see it again. That's the best thing about having physical media. When you have things like, like this stuff here, like I've gotten like some of these things from like conventions and all that stuff. I mean, when you look at like things like these and these like things like that, I mean, even when you look at stuff like this or even things like this, I mean, things like that. I mean, what makes physical media so special and so much more better is that nobody can personally take it away from you. It's yours to keep no matter what, because you paid money for it, you bought it with your own money, and it's yours to keep. It's your property, and they cannot take it away from you, and therefore it's there for you at all times. Like, you can put it on your shelf, and it's always there for you no matter what. It's always available to you, and you can watch it whenever you want to. You don't have to wait for streaming services. Maybe one day they put it up on streaming or digital or things like that, and then if they do have it on there, they take it off. You may not see it again, and there's probably no other way to see it on there and things like that. So that's what makes physical media so great. Just because, hence for a thing like this, I got this at the convention from these great guys. They did a really good job with these DVD art things. But like Beavis and Butthead, I mean, what's great about this, like you like, it's really hard to see like a lot of the old episodes like in full anymore. I mean, there's the Mike Judge collection, but that's not really the entire series. This, on the other hand, is the entire series. And it has like bonus stuff on it, like music. It has all the music videos, and it's uncut. It has the pilots, the Beavis and Butthead Do America movie, and things like that. And what's also really great is also things like this kind of stuff, like Alf, the entire series of Alf. I mean, this for the longest time you were not able to see the non-syndicated versions at all that were first aired back on TV, and then they released them on DVD many years ago, but they were the cut episodes for syndication. Now, thanks to Shout Factory, now you're able to have all the episodes in this collection completely uncut from the non-syndicated versions. Now, I don't know if like streaming and all that stuff would do that these days. I mean, I don't know if streaming or digital would have the entire uncut episode. So, like, just in case if they don't, then thanks to physical media, you can now own it, and it's available to you no matter what at any time, and it's always, you have always access to it and things like that. And even like what's also really great about physical media as well is like having a lot of rare stuff, like maybe like, look at a thing like this. I mean, I'll say this for example, like a movie like this. You'll never see this on streaming services and all that stuff. And I don't think many TV movies would get a lot of streaming services. But what's great about this, having physical media of rare stuff, is like you'll never find any of this stuff on streaming. If it's so forgotten and all that stuff, you'll never see this on streaming because it's not like a mainstream thing. That's another great thing about having physical media. Physical media is like, even for a thing like, say, like this right here. Talked about this not too long ago. Think about Terror Tract. You'll never see that on streaming services because that's such a forgotten horror anthology. Like, they won't even think about putting that on streaming services. So that's like the thing. Like, having physical media is so important. Like I said, like I've said, this is like the main part of the point. No one can take it away from you. It's always there for you. You have access to it no matter what. It's yours to keep. You bought it with your own money. Like I said, you paid for it, and it's for yours to keep, and no one can take it away from you because that's your property. That's yours, and you can watch it at any time you want because it's always available for you on your shelf. So that's the first part of what's great about physical. That's the most important thing about physical media, is that point number one, no one can take it away from you, and you always have access to it because it's right there in front of you. Point number two. Special features. You'll never see like streaming services and all that stuff have special features or commentaries or documentaries and all that stuff. That's what's great about companies like Screen Factory, for example. Scream Factory, or even things like, Vinegar Syndrome with releases like these, or Arrow Video, Kino Lorber. Like, what's great about companies like that is, like, they release physical media stuff, but also they have special features. And I'm always a big guy when it comes to special features and all that stuff. I love listening to commentaries, documentaries, listening to interviews with the cast and all that stuff. It's just really great stuff to have. It's sort of an added little bonus. Like, not only do you have physical media that they can't take away from you, but also, too, you have access to special features that you'll never see put up on digital services, like commentaries, documentaries, interviews, making ofs, you name it. TV spots, trailers, like, you'll never see any special features put on live streaming or things like that. So that's another great thing about physical media is special features. So that's point number 2. And point number 3 is kind of ties into the first point is it's just really cool to find rare stuff out in the wild somewhere in like thrift stores or things like that, or even on Amazon and all that stuff. Because like I said, with streaming services, you'll never see a lot of the obscure like things. Like, for example, like this right here, you'll never see this put on streaming services anywhere. Enemy Territory. It's such a forgotten late 80s action movie that you'll never see that put on streaming services because no one knows what that movie is. Like, I highly doubt you'll probably ever see Alone in the Dark or anything like that on streaming because it's so forgotten, unless you're a big horror buff and all that stuff. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, finding like rare stuff, even like, the Terror Track one, Monster Man, which I have right here. Like, this is out of print and all. Like, finding out of print stuff is what I'm getting at. That's another great thing about, having physical media. Like, finding those out-of-print items just so rewarding and so satisfying about it. And it's just overall, it's still really... This is why, like I said, physical media is the way to go. It's not, for me, it's not streaming services, it's not digital. It's all about physical media. Physical media rocks hard. It rocks. Because... I'm a big avid collector, as you can see. I mean, I've been collecting since 2008, 2009, give or take. And I have things up here like the Alien Quadrilogy, the Friday the 13th Scream Factory set, the That 70s Show Blu-ray set. And even things like over here, like I have a couple things up there, like the 1980 World Series Phillies documentary. You'll never see that put on streaming. Like I said, you'll never see those obscure things, put on streaming. It's just not humanly possible. So that's really the main 3 points I wanted to get across to. I think I'm going to title this video either like defending physical media or why physical media is the way to go. Maybe I'll put that as the title, why physical media is the way to go. Because like I said, the 3 points. Point number 1, you can never have it taken away from you. It's yours. You can have access to it at all times. It's there for you no matter what. And, you know what I mean? No one can take it away from you. It's your own stuff. Point number 2, special features. It's just really great to have all these like little added bonuses with special features and being able to listen to commentaries, listening to making of documentaries. That's why things like Scream Factory, Arrow Video, and things like that, like especially Scream Factory, like a lot of the early Scream Factory titles had making-ofs of like Urban Legend or Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 and things like that. That's what's really great about another part of physical media is bonus features. And 3, finding rare out-of-print stuff is so rewarding and so satisfying because, the more obscure stuff will not be put on streaming services. It just won't because it's like no one remembers it and it's not pop culture stuff, and it's not really something that's really trending, and it's not really a popular name. They kind of put more of the more mainstream stuff, I guess you would say, on digital streaming and all that stuff. But anyways, that's kind of the point I wanted to make about this. So I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching, and sorry if this video wasn't. I mean, I didn't want to spend too much time on this topic because I can go on and on forever, but I really wanted to get my point across of why physical media is the way to go. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. You guys take care.